The devil is scared of your potential. Man, he's terrified of the things that you have. He's terrified of what's actually inside of you. He's scared of the God that's moving inside of you. He's terrified of it. And so I believe that we have the power to be able to crush the enemy through the power of Jesus that's inside of us. And so literally, as we go into week 1 today, I want to remind you that literally your potential alone has the power to scare the enemy. Like, it's terrifying to him. But here's the thing, if it stays as potential, what's it really going to do? So I believe that as we've talked through this series, like, there's a difference between having an open hand and a closed hand. That I believe that when we open ourselves up to the power of the Holy Spirit, when we open ourselves up to grace, to Jesus, to what he has for us, we're able to do things that we never thought that we could do. And so I want to move past potential, and I want to crush the enemy. All the negative plans, all the negative things that he has for me, I want to move past that, and I want to crush it with everything in me. There was a guy in the Bible, his name's Peter. And Peter was this phenomenal man of God, but he was also crazy. Like, he always spoke at the wrong times. He always asked questions when it was like, just calm down. He's always like, they're like, let's do this. And he's like, I want to do this. He always wanted to do some big, grand, awesome scheme for God. But it's like, sometimes the big, grand stuff is awesome, but sometimes just the mundane and literally going through life and just trusting God literally is even more of an impact. But Peter was like the way he was, and there's nothing wrong with that. He just always wanted to do bigger, better, greater, grander, and I can associate with that, just a little bit. And so literally he finds himself, all the disciples are in a boat, and Jesus was like, go across the water, I'll meet you over there. They're like, wait, why? Why would we meet you over there? Why don't you just get in now? And he's like, I'll be over there. They're like, well, how are you going to get over there? He's like, I got this. Don't worry, I got this, fam, And then so he goes, and all of a sudden it's nighttime. They're, about to halfway through. They're about to get over to the other side. And Jesus is literally walking on the water, but they didn't realize it was him. They're like, is it a ghost? Like, what is going on here? This is insane. And literally one person was like, that might be Jesus. And so it was crazy because literally Peter's like, wait a second. If that's Jesus, wait, Jesus, if that's you, tell me to come walking to you on the water. I just think it's so funny that Peter's immediate reaction was, if Jesus is doing it, I want to do it. If Jesus has accomplished it, then I want to accomplish it. I think that's a beautiful way to look at life. When we look at Jesus and what he's done and the teachings that he's, done and accomplished and the greatness and stuff like that, I want to do that stuff. I want to be like Jesus. I want to look like him, talk like him, sound like him. I want to smell like him. I don't know what he smelled like, but I want to smell like it. He just went above and beyond in every area. But literally there's a verse that talks about how you will do even greater things than he. But the thing is it's not your own power. It's what Christ inside of you is able to do. And so Peter says, I got this. If Jesus said I can, then I'm going to do it. Why would I not try if Jesus said that I could? And so I believe in your life, if Jesus said you could, why would you believe anything else? I believe it, and I'm going to trust it. And so the 3 questions that we talked about, this week that I really want us to kind of dive into today at some point. But the first question was, do I really trust God? Do I trust that God is, actually going to take care of me? That God's actually going to do good in my life? The next question was, do I believe that God is really good? Do I believe God has good in store for me? Not bad. Things that are going to help me. Things that are going to be good in my life. And then the last one was, do you believe, do I believe that God really, truly wants to bless me? Do I believe that? Do I believe that God actually wants to bless me? And so I think that those kind of questions, they shape our faith, they shape our walk, they shape every piece. But this is what I love. Peter gets out of the boat one step at a time. And I believe in our faith walk, it is in every single day, one step at a time. The steps that I'm taking to move forward in my faith, to move forward in my walk. So I think that's another beautiful question. What steps are you taking to move past potential, to move past just what ifs, and moving into the God destiny and the God calling that is on your life? And then I think that since this is the first one as well, I think that like getting to know each other, talking a little bit about like, maybe it is like what you're doing now, but what you want to do soon, like what God is doing in your life already, questions like that. But man, I don't want to just sit back. I don't want to be like the other 11 disciples. I want to be the disciple that says, if Jesus did it, then why can't